Welcome to the Go Grava channel. Shh, the Tern bikes are sleeping. They're sleeping. Today I have a great video. I'm in my storage area and we are partnering with Tern to do something amazing. That's right, Tern has sent me 40 e-bikes in Reading, Pennsylvania. And they're coming down today. We're gonna load them up in the truck and take them to York, Pennsylvania for the Airstream Festival. And why is this important? And why did I agree to do this? Let's get to it. So basically, Tern called me and said, hey, we want to do an event. Would you help us out? And I said, sure thing. Sure thing. We'll do an event with you. Ship 6 pallets of bikes to me. I'll unload them. I'll store them. No problem. As long as we get to run these through our cash register, that would be fantastic for us. So part of the challenge here is I have a couple things I have to do. One, we're open 7 days a week. And that 7 days a week, we make a decent amount of money on Sunday and Monday. So we'll close the store Sunday and Monday, and all I have to do is sell 5 of these Tern e-bikes to make up for what I would lose if I normally close Sunday and Monday. But there's one other thing that's really great and why I agreed to this, and I thought it would be a fantastic challenge. If I get 18 of these e-bikes sold at the Airstream Festival, the current loan I have that I took out that was super restrictive, super expensive for me to stock inventory in my store will actually be paid off. This event could pay off a loan, and then anything over 18 to 20 is then profit for the bike shop. So challenge accepted. Can we sell more than 18 of these Tern e-bikes at the Tern Festival coming up? We're gonna see. So this is a reduced margin event, that's what I'm calling it, with a high volume turnover possibility. So yes, both sides are taking a reduced margin on these bikes only because as I worked in the cycling industry, there's expenses, like Tern has to pay for the spot at the Airstream Festival in York, PA. Tern's got to pay their employees to transport down here. They have to buy a moving truck and fill it with gasoline, and then our side, we have time invested into this, and then we get to move the sales through our register, which is great for our business, but Airstream also takes a cut of this margin, so we're kind of sharing, I believe, part of the margin reduction that we normally get on these bikes, but with high volume, that would be okay. So let me show you the Airstream Tern. They're doing the Vectron, and they're doing the HSD, and the branding's actually kind of amazing. So here's the Vectron, and we see that it has Airstream Special Edition. It's all silver, just like those Airstream RVs are. And the HSD, which is the more expensive model, has that nice black logo, that Airstream Edition on these bikes. It says Special Edition. So what's next? Well, today's Saturday. We're waiting for Tern to show up so we can load up the truck, and then we're gonna be heading down to York tomorrow. And on our way down to York, I'm gonna talk about some of the risks involved with doing something like this. This is risky for us as a bike shop, closing down for 2 days and trying to run all this inventory, only because the next thing we'll have to talk about is trade-ins. A lot more people want to trade in e-bikes, and they believe the value of their e-bike is a lot more than it actually is. So we are all loaded up in the truck with Tern. It is Saturday. Tomorrow we're going to the Airstream Festival, and look at this, working together as a team with Tern. They're heading to York tonight, get spots set up and reserved, but our job is to try to move as many of these Tern bikes as possible. Not only that, just to show everybody how awesome these bikes are. If you're in the Reading area, like why I'm missing Sinking Spring, you gotta come talk to me, because these are literally 10-year e-bikes. What I mean by that, the frame with the Bosch motor and batteries lasts forever. I know because we fix all e-bikes, only shop in the area that does it. So see y'all tomorrow morning. We're gonna go through what we expect to see the first day of the Tern Festival. Or not the Tern Festival, the Airstream Festival, all right. All right, folks, we made it to the Airstream Festival. Now is the time where we try to sell as many e-bikes as we can, but it's day one. Day ones at festivals are always slowest because everybody wants a chance to walk around, check things out, see what's being offered. So let's go ahead and take a look at this parking area at the Expo Center and yeah, give you my thoughts. All right, everybody, we're just gonna skip on to day 2. There was really nothing too eventful about day 1 besides just showcasing the Tern products. We sold some bags, did like 440 in sales, not really tremendously high, but hey, help. All right, we had an attendee show up there, so I cut the camera a little bit short. But so basically, my experience, I wanted to experience it at these shows because I've heard these RV shows, you can sell a ton of these e-bikes. And it is true. Like we sell Bosch, and Bosch's right down a couple spaces from us, and they must have moved 50, I bet they do 80 to 90 bikes at this RV thing, just because their product is fits the need of a folding bike for Airstreamers. So it's 48 pounds, just like the Tern Vectron, but the price point's $15.99. You know, and so when you hit product and price point at something like this, you're going to sell a lot of it. We didn't sell any Terns yesterday, mostly because, you know, we're looking at a $3,700 price tag and like a $5,100 price tag. And so that means, you know, when somebody's looking at, let's say, buy a pair for a couple, you know, that's a decision that's got to be done over time. And that goes same in my bike shop. Like if I'm selling anything expensive, that person just doesn't come in and buy it normally. Normally they have to come in, look at it, test ride it, think about it, and then before they actually make the purchase. So not really shocked that we didn't do any sales today with Tern, but we would need to sell at least 3 to 4 to make up for the lost days on Sunday and Monday for revenue. I'm pretty confident we'll have that today on Monday. Tuesday I'll be back here and Aaron will be opening the shop. I'll close everything down with the truck, and but yeah, it gives me the experience to see where people are at with what they're buying, and I just kind of find it interesting. Like, you buy an Airstream because it's high quality, you care about the product and stuff, but then when it comes to purchasing e-bikes, it seems like right now people are less likely at this moment. I don't know if it's an economy thing or what. Because Tern makes a really good bike with a Bosch motor system and stuff, but you know, who knows? We'll see how the day goes. I'll provide an update at the end of the day, but yeah, we skipped the first day providing any updates because yeah, it was just showcasing what the company had, what we had, and stuff like that. So all right, we'll see how the day ends. All right, folks, we just finished day 2 of the Airstream Festival, and it was a great day. So we had a certain number of bikes, you know, I wanted to sell minimum, which was 4, and we did 5 today, which is pretty fantastic. And I was right. Most people, when they're making a big purchase, and even when it happens in the bike shop, when it's of a certain value, you know, it's a high value purchase, you're just not going to reactively do it that same day, unless you're me and you just love expensive bikes. But the average person is going to go back, think about it, talk it over, and then make the purchase. So be back at the Airstream Festival on day 3, Tuesday. Aaron's going to open up the shop, and then I'm going to be there with Tern. The other great thing about going to this RV event or Airstream event is that we get to learn from the reps, from the people who work in the company like Tern, exactly all the nuances of the product and the bike. Like, you will never get that experience, I don't think, from just casually like reading a manual or looking at the bike online. Like, being one-on-one at these events with the company that sells the bikes is the best way to kind of learn how to do this stuff, or at least what's unique about their product. Same thing, like Bosch is down from us. We sell Bosch foldable e-bikes. Watching Brian sell bikes and how he talks about them really is a great educational experience for us running the bike shop, so we can take those skills back to our bike shop and use some of those little things that we might have forgot or not been using to inform the customer to help them make a better decision. So until then, gonna go home. We got a 60-minute drive, and I'll be back for day 3 to give you an update, and we'll see what we finally close at for 3 days at the Airstream Festival. All right, everybody, starting the morning on day 3, building bikes. And I have to say, Tern is helping us break store records yesterday and today. We are breaking our daily sales record. We are breaking our monthly sales record. I mean, it is wild. I mean, I've been busy all morning building Vectrons and HSDs, and yeah, I can't wait to talk about it at the end, because what a hell of an experience. Again, saying yes to everything. It really pays off, and I hope to work with more companies like doing this. Like these RV things, there's just, and I hate to say it, some hack jobs out there that are just coming in, where I think real professional companies that are making serious products could really just step in and just blow some inventory out. It's the right product fit for the right customer, you know, at the right price points. Tern's got a bit of a higher price point, but this is the right show for them. And yeah, I was like a little slow in the beginning, first day, but again, like I said, everybody's got to take time to decide to make these big purchases. But yeah, I got more bikes to build. And so how does this work? Basically, we take the bikes, we build them in the truck. Aaron's at the shop because we had to open the shop today. We build them in the truck, and then I bring them out here. We take the Bosch software and update the software with the bikes, and then I have a mobile POS with Shopify on my phone and in the store. So I just run transactions through my cell phone, manual transactions or whatever. So it all works out pretty good. But yeah, I got to get back to building. I'll conclude this great event that I was a little skeptical for, but I just try to say yes to as much as I can to see what happens. All right, folks, I'm in the truck, and let me get this camera right here. All right, everybody, day 3 is complete. Man, we moved some bikes, and I got to try to summarize this in some way. I know this is a video just me talking at intervals during these last 3 days, and just because I was so busy trying to be as productive as possible, showing Tern value of our bike shop, and you know, we're part of the team and we're going to work together and do this. And I didn't leave until everything was palletized that had to go back. And yeah, what a great day. So what'd we do? Well, first thing, we just blew out our single day sales record by a lot. I mean, by a lot. We just blew out our monthly sales record by a lot with these 3 days. We did sell 11 Tern e-bikes. Now, the ones we were selling are a bit more expensive, like the HSD is 5,100. And, you know, you start stacking those on top of each other and you can see it adds up pretty quickly in sales. But not only that, like our 1 day record today, Aaron was back at the shop. I was by myself helping Tern as a Go Grava rep, and he was selling bikes at the shop. So we ended up doing more sales today than I did in the entire month of March 2025. That's how big of an impact this was for my bike shop, and how important it was for me to say yes. Like sometimes I talk about saying yes to things, and this is a very unique opportunity that I had, or I was given by Tern, to work with them where we could do something and share the margin on the bike sales and put in the work. Now, before anybody goes calling any other bike dealers and things like that, this is not normal. This is not a normal thing. If I owned a bike brand, like I wouldn't just let any bike shop just take bikes for me necessarily. I wouldn't want to transport them, understand that somebody else has to secure them and then retransport them. I mean, that's a lot of work on Tern's side too. And I'm not expecting other bike businesses to do this, but when it comes about and an opportunity like this comes, I'm grabbing it. I am grabbing it with both hands and saying, and when the company says jump, I just say how high. I mean, that's my attitude with these things. Taking the product to the people is a great way to sell bikes. So yeah, super positive, man. Super positive. I just feel fantastic about this whole experience. I would like to work with other companies doing this same thing. If we were able to do this, I could hire people to hold down the store. We don't have to close the store. And I love doing this stuff, selling at these events and stuff. I would take a truck, pick your stuff up, drive it to the event, sell it. You give me some incentive or whatever to sell however many bikes, my margin increases by a certain amount or whatever, and then I'll bring them back and I'll sign for them and take responsibility for them. So these e-bikes, getting them to these crowds and these festivals and these events is a great way to sell, especially when it's a branded product that people recognize. Instead of what I've been seeing for the past couple of years is just some no-name e-bikes out there being sold that don't have back-end supply chains, because what I sell has a back-end supply chain, and that is so important for you, the consumer. Somebody purchases an e-bike, is if there's a problem, can you ever get it fixed? And with Tern, you know, they're running Bosch systems, and I'm a Bosch certified dealer, and there's a back-end supply chain. So yeah, I feel great. This is a fantastic thing. I mean, my sales were fantastic. Tern blew it out of the water for me with all my numbers. That helps me down the road in the future. Didn't make enough to pay off the loan, but man, we cut that thing. What I had left was not a lot. It was like maybe 25% of the total that I took out for 2025, and they cut that remaining balance down to at least 60%. It got cut down by, or it's going to get cut down by 60%. So all those profits I made going right into a loan. I don't like having a lot of loans, at least these short-term loans as a new business. They are very painful. They have high rates. You are super risky as a new business. So you get punished pretty heavily. So you need to pay them off as quickly as possible. And so my repayment date is going to be much earlier than I thought. And that gives us a lot of breathing room for the winter. So cannot wait to do something like this again. Any bike company out there wants to move stuff, sees an event and is near us, like this was an hour and 20 minutes away, you know, I'm willing to drive. I'm willing to get a truck. I'm willing to load it up. I'm willing to take your product to the people who are going to buy it. So until we talk again, make another video. I hope this one's going to be long. I know it's going to be long, but thanks for watching, everybody, and follow me as I'm forcing myself to make more videos now. This summer I was just so slammed with maintenance work and e-bike work and stuff like that. I didn't have time to do videos. So take care, everybody. I'm happy. Hope you're having a great day. All right, bye.